All right, this one's going to be on business ethics and financial ethics in particular. So, no, it's not an oxymoron, even though some people like to think it is. Wall Street is not as bad as people suggest. So, ethics matter. Win-win. You have to think win-win. If not, it's going to take advantage of someone and forget it, and it's a one-time game. Life is a multi-period game. You play many, many rounds of games. Your reputation matters. You have to think win-win. And that's across the board, whether it's, stakeholder theory, which we'll see in some of these videos coming up, or whether it's just, doing what you say. I have a tough time. I don't know exactly what is ethical because, what might be ethical to me might not be for someone else. Some people, I won't eat meat, other people will. Is that ethical? I don't know. Driving a big car, there's lots of flexibility in what we would think of as ethical. But I think the big thing we have to do is think win-win. Oftentimes people don't think win-win, not because they're mean, not because they're even necessarily greedy, but they ignore externalities. And externalities are something that's very important that we have to think about. How things that are unpriced affects others. If I decide to fly across the country, I am increasing the carbon, increasing, pollution, sulfur, noise near airports, many, many things. Those things are all unpriced. It's a cost I'm imposing on society, and I'm not having to pay for it. And as an economist, finance person, I don't like that. I wish there was some way we could price it, but we can't. So, or at least we haven't figured out a way yet. Carbon tax is where people have talked about hasn't worked very well. They're now seemingly to drop it in Australia. So the idea, definitely externalities matter, and in a bigger perspective, do what you say you're going to do. Consider yourself, if imagine your parents or a historian or someone who's going to find out everything you do, and would you want them to know, hey, maybe that person cheated on something? So be ethical. We see ethical firms, when depending on how you define it, have higher Tobin Q values. There are lots of reasons why we want to be ethical. And in the long run, I am convinced it does help shareholder value in a corporation or your own perspective for individuals. So your reputation is really important. Protect it. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. In other words, be ethical. So one of the things in these videos you're going to see is just being ethical isn't enough. You also have to have systems in place to make sure that others are ethical. You don't want to have conflicts of interest arise. You don't want to have possibilities of ethical. So a lot of what we'll see, especially in the CFA, is to make sure that you have the systems in place to increase ethics. So anyways, that's it. That's all I got right now. Thanks.